welcome to another edition of Brewdog Reviews with me, Dave the Beer Dad, and today we're hooking ourselves up with another Brewdog beer. This is one of their latest range. This is the Brewdog Mega, and it's the Make Earth Great Again. This weighs in at a hefty 7.5%, it says so right there, and the expiry on this is the 17th of the 9th, 2018, it says so right there, because I ain't lying. I've had this before. I had this on draft a couple of weeks back with when I was out with a couple of chums. Quite frankly, I didn't think much of it, but I'd had a skinful, and I was all over the place. I didn't think it tasted of anything. I thought it was quite watery. I didn't think it was had any flavour, any body to it. It just tasted like a lager to me. But I say I had a lot of stuff to drink beforehand, and I had a lot of high gravity beverages. Anyway, I say 7.5%. If you look at the label, there we go. This is I'm assuming that is meant to be President Trump, and that is meant to be a polar bear. Because if you read the side, as per usual with Brewdog, you get a Dead Sea Scrolls. I'll just give you a brief thing over it. A saison with a raison d'etre. This beer is a force of nature and a force for good. Glacier water from the melting polar ice caps, cloudberries from the Arctic Circle, and a liberal dose of conscience from the Granite City. An imperial saison of character, spice and citrus notes on the nose, with spiced orange, nutmeg, clove and caramelised banana on the palate. Drinks dry with a warming body and a hint of tart raspberry, and to balance the sweetness. And then it goes into various stuff. The meek may only inherit the earth, but is the strong who will save it. Together we can make Earth great again. The proceeds of this beer will support 10 by 10 Climate Action, a charity that runs positive, practical projects focused on tackling climate change at the community level, and turns those local actions into a force for bigger changes. And again, there's the logo there for Climate Action. Stone Cold Drink Fresh, the usual stuff about allergies and alcohol units and whatnot. Typical Brewdog cap, by the way. And the bottle's quite nice actually. Got his little Brewdog logo embossed on the side. Anyway, let's get down to what we came here for, and that was to drink and sample this. Now I've got one new subscriber, Neil Long. Thanks Neil for the subscription. Hope you get to see this. No smoke off the top. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so beer in the glass then. Let's have a little look, put a light to it. As you can see, crystal, proper crystal clear. A little bit of carbonation, well, quite vigorous carbonation actually. And two fingers of very white, fluffy, pillowy head. Small, medium and large bubbles, all tightly packed into the neck of my glass. So, let's get a nose and see what it smells like. It does smell like a saison. There's a little bit of a yeasty funkiness going to it that you get with most Brewdog beers. There's a little bit of spice there, and a little bit of sort of banana sweetness, maybe. It smells okay. It's a little bit like an Electric India, only jacked up a little bit. So, let's give it a taste. Looks good, smells good. Cheers. Oh, that's quite nice actually. It's better than remembering. There's a little bit of, there's a lot of sweetness. There's a little bit of honey there, and a nice little pepperiness that you get from a saison. That's pretty good. 7.5%. Can't taste it. Can't get the cloves and I can't get the nutmeg, which is a good thing because I hate both of those things. A little bit of tartness, not too much. balances out the sweetness quite nicely, as it says on the side of the bottle. So what it says on the bottle, apart from the nutmeg and the cloves, it's doing it. It's pretty good. Body is really light. It's just the good side of watery. It's a little, yeah, just the good side of watery. It's a little light +1. Watery, light. It's right on the middle. Carbonation, you just don't know there's any carbonation there at all. I've got a nice peppery burn at the back of my tongue at the moment. I'm not very keen on saisons, I must admit. I wasn't keen on Electric India. There's a few others that I've had that I don't particularly go for spicy beer, peppery beer, but this is okay. This is pitched quite nicely. As I say, I think the honeyness or the honey sweetness in it is makes up for it. But I'm not getting no raspberries, as I say, and I'm not getting no clove, and I'm not getting no nutmeg. Caramelised banana, maybe. So the rest in. Screw this, I'm drinking a lot. Second pour, it still looks good. So there you go. I don't think there's much more I can say about it really. Sweet, spicy. Not too much of the cinnamon and nutmeg. A lot of pepper there. It's fairly good. It's better than I remember it. And when I had it on draft, which was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, good. Would I recommend it to my friends? Yeah, I would. I don't know how much I paid for it because I bought this from the Brewdog bar in Liverpool. And again, as I say, pretty pissed. So I may have paid up to £5, maybe £6 for it. Excuse me, but it isn't a big bottle. Yeah, it's in a 660 bottle, so there we go. It's the recycle. Would I get it again? I think if I was having people round and we'd having a beer sample at night, maybe I could probably get someone to pass this off as a lager on some of my lager drinking louty friends. If I saw it in the shops, I'd buy it, certainly. I wouldn't buy it from the Brewdog bar again. It's just, I think it's just going to be too expensive for me. But anyway, there we go. Yeah, so there's not much more I can say really. It's all just going to start repeating myself. Brewdog, make Earth great again. Imperial Saison. Decent drink. Get it, give it a go if you can. Let me know what you think if you've had it. If you haven't had it, still, if you want to drop a comment in, feel free. I will try to reply to as many comments as possible. And until the next one, ladies and gentlemen, you know the score. Hail the ale, everybody. Hail the ale.